Election night in the Low Country. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tessa Spencer.
I'm Ashley Ryan. We are watching key runoff races across the state as voters cast their ballots. And with less than an hour to get in line to vote, things are starting to heat up. And we'll have team coverage throughout the night of all the major primary runoffs. Well, one major runoff that everyone has their eyes on tonight, Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evette and Attorney General Alan Wilson facing off to represent the Republican Party in the gubernatorial race come November. That race taking some surprising turns, including President Trump's decision Friday to endorse both candidates in a Truth Social post, saying he also endorses Alan Wilson. And let's begin with the Lieutenant Governor's camp in Myrtle Beach, where News 4's Cameron Limes has been all afternoon. And Cam, what is Pamela Evette's outlook on the race, and how is she feeling tonight?
It's been an interesting race for Evette, to say the least. On Saturday, she said she was looking forward to tonight and that she was confident in voters. Today, she says that it's now in God's hands. And there's been a message that Evette has been putting out there that she was the first one that was endorsed by President Trump, and that she helped deliver his victory in the June 9th primary. Today, that message carries a little bit less weight after her opponent, Alan Wilson, also received the president's endorsement. That shift has been reflected in the polls. According to SC Votes, Evette won the primary by just over 10,000 votes. In 2 weeks since, unofficial polls have shown Wilson gaining ground. And one of the biggest questions surrounding her campaign remains who would serve as a running mate if she wins the runoff. And today we caught up with Evette as she cast her ballot and asked her why she hasn't made a selection.
It was my opponent who made this the issue. The president, since the presidents have been being elected in this amazing country, they have never picked their running mate until they were elected. They won their primary runoff. I've never veered from that. I want a very business-like approach.
Evette has released a list of 9 potential running mates she is considering, but no official announcements have been made. We will continue to monitor Evette's campaign throughout the evening and bring you the latest here and online. Guys.
ABC News 4's Emily Deanne live in Columbia ahead of Wilson's watch party there tonight. Emily?
Tessa, Ashley, I'm here at the Marriott in Columbia, where supporters for Alan Wilson are expected to arrive within the next 30 minutes. The South Carolina Attorney General made tax relief a central point of his campaign for governor. Wilson says he'll push to eliminate the state's income tax, cut government waste, and expand school choice options for families across the state. The Republican candidate has also highlighted his record as Attorney General, focusing on public safety, law enforcement support, and efforts to combat crime. Wilson says his goal is to make South Carolina more affordable while promoting economic growth and conservative leadership. Those polls close at 7 tonight. Reporting live from Columbia, Emily Deanne, ABC News 4.
All right, well, there is less than an hour before polls close across the Low Country.
Well, News 4's Nick Bass spent the day talking with voters about just the importance of getting out to cast your ballot.
Here at Moultrie Middle School, people have shown up throughout the day to cast their ballots. I spoke to one voter who says, despite what party you support, showing up matters.
I was not shocked not to see a long line. I was disappointed not to see a long line.
When George Hill went to exercise her right, there wasn't a line. Hill says this is something she does every year.
I think it's very important to vote. My parents instilled in me, if you don't vote, you don't have a voice.
Hill says she feels there's a disconnect between people and local government.
I would like for them to be more connected with what's going on in their local government.
This after record-breaking voter turnout during the primary election on June 9th. I spoke with Isaac Kramer with the Charleston County Board of Elections, and he says fewer runoff voters is normal.
I think this is just a normal process for elections in South Carolina, where in a runoff election, you're just going to have fewer voters. I mean, when we look at statistically, every time we have a runoff in a June primary, significantly less turnout for the second election.
Now the polls close at 7 tonight in Mount Pleasant. I'm Nick Bass, News 4.